Hey guys and girls, Nathan here, by the lake today, not in the B.Invested headquarters, answering some questions from people, talking about things out there. And one of the common things that I'm getting asked from the community is, Nathan, if you were building your portfolio today, if you were starting out again, what would you do in this market to get ahead? I love that question because it's so easy for me to answer. I built my portfolio in a market like today. I love this market. I would prefer this market than the market that everyone's been used to and accustomed to for the last 10 years up until 3 years ago. The market has been so hot, people out there, all this positive propaganda, all that sort of stuff. Everyone became an expert, everyone's a guru, but this is a time where, those that are smart, those that are wise, those that are more sophisticated, actually go out there and take advantage of the market that they're presented with. And if I was buying and building a portfolio today, I had 100 grand to start off with. I had no debts, no assets, had an income of 50, 60, 70, 80 grand a year. And I was just, getting ahead with building that portfolio. Where would I start? For me, there's a few places that I'd start. I'd be building my portfolio almost identical to what I did to get to where I am today. And where would I be buying? I'd be buying in Sydney, Brisbane, capital cities. When I say Sydney, I mean the Blue Mountains to Vaucluse. I mean Newcastle to Wollongong. That's the Sydney market I'm talking about. Over in Queensland, I'd be buying all the way from the Tweed coast, all the way to the Sunshine Coast, and not too far inland in Brisbane. What sort of properties I'd be buying? There's properties out there that you can pick up for, 150 grand in Brisbane and other sort of areas. You can pick up properties for 200,000 in around the Gold Coast with good growth potential, good cash flow. I'll be buying in Sydney like 250 grand. I picked up one as cheap as a 2-bedroom unit, as cheap as 235 grand recently in the market. Something like these things, using a 20% deposit, you need probably with it 30, 40, 50, 60 grand to get in the deal. I'd get myself a couple of those properties. I'd continue to save. I'd try and streamline my position to keep my expenses as low as possible, invest as much cash as I could into assets, and watch those assets perform. Because what you've got to remember, if you can pick up, even in this market, if you've got nothing, no properties, you've just got savings or no savings and need to get savings, you could buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 properties in this market. Let's say you got 3 properties, they're 200 grand a pop. They go from 200 grand to 250 or 300 grand. You're going to have equity there where you can pull out enough deposits to go buy another 3, 4 or 5 properties. So you turn your first 3 properties into another 5 properties, sitting there with 6, 7, 8 properties in your portfolio. And then obviously pull some equity out. If you're buying them below market value, you can increase this position much quicker. If you're buying with strong cash flow, you're going to keep the banks happy. Building a portfolio like I did, starting almost 20 years ago, like 16 years ago, buying my first property, is still possible today. The foundations are strong. The reason why I built my strategy is that I can continue to keep doing it because it was replicable. I could continue doing it in any sort of marketplace. A lot of people don't have sustainable strategies. My strategy was sustainable. That was the word I was looking for a moment ago. It is sustainable. Your strategy needs to be sustainable to continue through. What I did 16 years ago, you can do 16 years later in this current market. If I was to rebuild my portfolio, I'd be doing the identical things that I did back then because I like the results that I created, and I continue to do those same sort of activities today, and I form the same habits to be able to get even better results based on what I did over the last 16 years. And continuously, for me, I'm always trying to tweak things and improve things, whether it be, the way that I buy the property, the way that I renovate a property, the way that I get the cash flow for the property. If you can continuously tweak your portfolio, the far greater the results will be for you. So if I was to build the portfolio today, that's what I'd be doing. You can buy properties as cheap as 50 grand in capital cities in the current market. You can buy, you wouldn't get a loan on those things most likely, but 50 grand you could buy a property for, rent for 200 bucks a week. The main stuff that I'll be looking at is 150, rent for 250, in capital cities. Stuff that's 200 near the water, rent for 300 a week. Stuff that's around 250k in Sydney, 350k in Sydney. Just picked up a unit the other day. It was on for 529,000 in Parramatta. It's only 10 years old. I picked it up for 350,000 for a client of ours. Rents for 400 bucks a week. So you know, the deals are out there. The deals are out there, and never before, since I've been filming YouTube videos, have I had so much confidence in actually taking action to do something. So if you're feeling that the negativity is bad on TV and all that sort of stuff, actually probably one of the best times that I've seen in the last decade. So thanks for watching, guys. This is what I'd be doing. We'll catch up soon. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give us a thumbs down. Preferably, you just stop watching our videos and do us both a favour. If you think that your friends and family and whatnot can get benefits from watching the video, I encourage you to share it, and I actually really thank you for sharing that. We'll catch up soon. Have a great day. Bye for now.